what's a good spot in the lineup, in your opinion, at least to start for Pacioretty?
Like third line left wing, maybe. Does that make sense to you?
For me, I think if you're bringing in a Pacioretty, somebody with that track record, I think you almost have to start him in the top 6. And if it doesn't work out, then you're not going to go ahead with the contract. I don't think they're signing Max Pacioretty to be a bottom 6 player. I would not be shocked if he starts game 1 of camp and he's with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Like I foresee Pacioretty on the wing with either Tavares or Matthews. And maybe again, the wrinkle, I don't know if you saw this report today, but here we go again. Training camp just around the corner. There's reports that Willie Nylander might play center this season. So maybe it would make sense if you're not numbering your lines, if Pacioretty lines up with John Tavares and it's on a third line.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think that, like, if he's on the third line with certain guys, it's like, oh, well, he's a bottom 6 player now. He's got to muck and grind and dump and chase. And I don't think that's necessarily the thing. But you do look at that, and you look at Bobby McMahon and Pontus Holmberg, like pretty lean on that left side. Where's the depth and stuff? And now all of a sudden, I think on opening night, it's going to look completely different. It's going to look thicker and heavier and deeper and more talent. And I mean, we'll just see what he looks like. Like Max Pacioretty is I know he's getting a little bit older, but his talent level and skill, he's like a premier scorer, playmaker, and then ran into some injury problems. And in Achilles, like I know that he probably rushed it or something wasn't healed properly and he redid it. I mean, to do your Achilles in the first place, like I've always heard, like you're toast for 12 months. And then to do it again, it's like, oh my God, like no wonder he's like marked as this Band-Aid who's totally done, blah, blah. I mean, it's a terrible injury, but if that thing's healed and fixed, which it's just gotta be by now. And I don't know how much an Achilles is a factor when it's in a skate, because I'm pretty sure he hurt it off ice. Like if that's not an issue, then I think the Leafs are going to look like geniuses bringing this guy in, because he's only going to benefit them. And if it's in the top line, like playing with Matthews and Marner, Nylander, whatever, or if it's down a little bit more in just whatever 4 or 5 more limited minutes, I think he can be super effective, assuming he's going to stay healthy. And I mean, the knock on the Leafs right now, for anyone that wants to, be a naysayer about them, is you're just going to say, oh, well, watch us blow up in their face when all these injuries come to fruition. And if that happens, let's say Woll goes down, Pacioretty goes down, Hakanpää goes down, it's just like, yeah, that's going to be a disaster, but you got to have reason to believe that's not going to happen. I don't think the powers that be would be signing these guys up unless they thought, no, I think these guys are 100% ready to rock and we have faith that they'll be healthy.
Yeah, it's another low risk, high reward type play. I think to the point of the question, I think there's a lot of moving parts. Like you filter in Max Domi into the conversation. Is he going to play up the middle? Is he going to play the wing? What do you do with William Nylander? Is he going to play the wing? Is he playing up the middle? That's why I'm so curious, day one of camp, what the initial configurations look like. But for me, at least, and I know the player is mid-30s and going to be 36 in November, I still know what Max Pacioretty, when healthy, can bring to the table. And I think he would flourish maybe, obviously playing with the best center he's ever played with in Austin Matthews. Like at the very least, I can tell you right now, I think they'll give that trio a look. Pacioretty, Matthews, Mitch Marner. Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long-form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.